Wins
There we go.
Superman, or is it even? Oh, dude, NAKAT, thank you so much for hopping in my stream, bro. That's so hype.
NAKAT.
I think it's pretty even. Like, obviously, Superman has these really gimpy things, but the thing is, Superman like has a lot of 33 mix-ups. You just have to condition people. Like, top players don't really fall for it a lot. Like, you don't see me getting these gimps on like in grand finals on like the best players in the world. So
I think it's a hard read.
I think I think Wonder Woman stands a really good chance because she has that armor break in neutral. So I don't know. I think it's pretty even. I think it's pretty even if you ask me. Honestly, that's a hard thing to digest when I think about it. There's so many variables. You have like whip. I have an armor break move too to counter your armor break. My grab beats armor. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Even.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy NAKAT. Today I'm here to go over Wonder Woman's matchups. Now keep in mind, this game's a little different because doubles is the main format. So I will be thinking about doubles and I'll also be thinking about singles to a degree, but pretty much what I'm trying to determine is how would these characters stack up against each other in general. Kit versus Kit. Now if you want to throw that into doubles or singles, that's up to you. But without further ado, let's get into it. I think the Arya versus Wonder Woman matchup is actually really interesting. Arya being one of the faster, more nimble characters in the game, and honestly, she's not that fast for how light she is, but that's an entirely different story. I think Arya does have the capacity to blow Wonder Woman up. The issue is that Wonder Woman is able to take a lot of trades, being the fact that she is a tank, and of course, she does have armor moves as well. Now, the cool thing about this is that because you have armor and you're able to place armor on yourself, you can actually tank a hit so that you win a trade versus Arya automatically, and all of that damage matters a lot. To keep in mind, I think Wonder Woman actually does a good job at actually stuffing out and burning Arya's resources off stage, especially if she does not have a dagger. As you can see in my Evo run versus Rose J, I took advantage of that a lot. When Rose J did not have dagger in play, you know, Arya has to do that little thing where she kind of just spins in a circle. If you just keep knocking her out of her air dodges and jumps, she becomes a sitting duck off stage, and that just works against her while she's already super light. So the things that she does have going for her, though, is if she actually ends up getting a significant enough lead on Wonder Woman, it's very hard to actually come back due to the fact that times she can be hard to catch, and when she has that lead, she can pretty much play evasive, so to speak, and force you to commit first. That way she can just keep punishing you over and over and over. So in my opinion, this is a matchup where it heavily depends on who gets the lead and who gets the first life first. So I think that Arya and Wonder Woman actually have an even matchup. I think it's even. I do not find that to be a difficult matchup at all. But I pause. 90% of you are not subscribed to the channel. While I understand that you don't necessarily have to, I would greatly appreciate it if you considered subscribing to the channel, especially if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to continuously put out fire videos for all of you in hopes of one day reaching my ultimate goal of 100k subs on YouTube. And once we get to that milestone, we shoot to the heavens for 1 million, and this can only happen with your support. So please, it's quick, it's free, and it would make me the happiest person in the world. Thank you guys so much. Much love. I do find this to be very hectic. So the reason why I put we lose to Batman -1 is because even though we have the tank to deal with his offensive we have the tankiness to deal with his offensive pressure, not only can he combo you for days, but he quite literally can dance around you like he dances around the majority of the cast, always being offensive, aggressive, always pressuring you. It's super difficult, and especially to land against this character, it's hard. Really, it's hard. Now, if you took me back to the last build, I'd say, well, damn, he gets his ass beat by everybody. But it's a different case this time around. It's sometimes, so Wonder Woman has an easy time actually comboing Batman. The thing is, you have to win the first neutral exchange to even get that poppin'. And because your moves have some form of startup, it's very difficult to even get to that point because, again, he's always dancing around you. He's super duper fast. It's really irritating to fight that character, and for that, I give him an edge. -2? No, I don't think it's impossible. If I put something in -2, that means holy hell, switch. Like, get out of there. Actually, get out of there as fast as you can. Up next, I'm gonna put Bugs Bunny I do not think we beat this character. What a surprise, right? Like, no. So the reason why I think Bugs, again, he's very evasive. He has some similarities to Batman, but then of course he could just do everything in the game, straight up. Wonder Woman is a character that's well equipped to snipe people off stage and of course to pressure them off stage as well because she has lasso. That works very well for her because she can kill people in a unique way that a lot of other characters can't, and they can't even reach that way while remaining safe. Whether she be on the ground or airborne, lasso helps out a lot. The issue is that when it comes to burning this character's resources, you can't burn the resources of a character that can just keep replenishing them. Can change his aerial momentum. I'm not about to turn this into an anti-Bugs guide or anything like that. But what I am saying is he has so many options to deal with the best parts of Wonder Woman that it becomes difficult to actually fight him. In a case where I could even put him in a 1.5 if I had that on the tier list. I do not think it's impossible. I do think you have to significantly outplay your opponent and be better than them to win. Ben the Human. He's a little interesting one because I actually don't think we get shit on. And a lot of Wonder Woman players probably will be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Yo, are you serious on this character? Chill out. All right. I think that we have good range to actually contest him in neutral. He's fast as shit. Nobody's going to deny that. But the fact that we're able to live as long as we are, I think helps us out a lot in that regard. And because he's light, we're able to combo him and kill him as well. However, we have to make good reads as usual. That's the life of Wonder Woman to begin with. But I do not see him being the same level of difficulty as Batman and Bugs Bunny, especially with us having the range to also contest him back. You should be careful versus Finn off stage, regardless of what character you're playing. So if your argument is, yo, we can get spiked, well, we have other ways of actually recovering as well that don't necessarily align us perfectly for him to just consistently spike us over and over and over. So that's kind of my opinion when it comes to this matchup. I think it's rather even. And yeah, that's just my that's my opinion. Harley Quinn. I think we beat her. Chat. You guys might not agree. That's totally fine. Again, this is just my opinion, and this, of course, is all subject to change, especially with patches. Who knows? Maybe I fight a Harley, and I'm like, whoa! But from my experience in the matchup, I think Wonder Woman is well equipped to beat Harley in terms of tanking through her projectiles and detonations. I feel like in a game where aerial combat is often rewarded, Harley falls short because her combos, where she gets most of her damage, in my opinion, all revolve around you being grounded. She has tools that can put you onto the ground, but then you have to trade with Wonder Woman's disjointed sword. You have to watch out for lasso when you're trying to set up bombs, even from afar, because lasso goes so far. You're light, you die earlier than Wonder Woman. You both can ladder each other off the top. Funny enough, I feel like people don't realize that Wonder Woman, it says horizontal, but she definitely can kill vertically as well. It just feels like you have a bit of an edge versus Harley Quinn in terms of survivability, being able to combo, and differently from her, but like you can still do it, and you can just pretty much contest her if she wants to play setup, if she wants to play campy, and her recovery gets exploited by Wonder Woman as well, especially if she does like the little punch thing that sends her horizontally. Spike her, whip her, do whatever you gotta do to take that life, pretty much. By no means is it a free matchup. Definitely, it's one of the funner ones, in my opinion. Definitely one of the funner ones. More enjoyable. This character's annoying as fuck. He's hard to hit because he's so small. I can't tell if we beat him, lose to him, or if we're even. Because sometimes when I'm fighting Jake, I'm like, yo, I'm just outranging him straight up. Then other times, when I fight a Jake, I'm like, bro, I cannot catch this little fuck. So I'm just going to leave him at even for now until I actually figure out which one it is. Because I can't even tell if it's even. I'm just going to leave him there. It's pretty difficult because even if you argue, yo, Jake doesn't have range, he doesn't have range. Like, I mean, he can stretch his arm, bro. Like, he can move. I'll tell you that. Making him a hard target to hit. Jake, I think, especially in ones right now, as you see, there's like a bunch of Jakes on the leaderboard. There's something about this character that people are figuring out that's allowing him to succeed the way he is. And I think that's really cool. And I think it's special in its own right. But in terms of Wonder Woman to Jake, just in my experiences, I've either struggled or shitted on them. So that's why I just, yeah, it's whatever. Uno, if you're in the chat, let me know what you think about this. I actually have a hard time fighting Uno's Garnet. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think it's an even matchup. I think it's about damn even, Uno. I think it's about even. Both of these characters have great survivability. I think Wonder Woman's combo game is a lot more refined than Garnet's. However, I think Garnet has the ability to actively not only trade with Wonder Woman, but even win trades. I think because of that, it's hard to contest her in neutral, because even though we do have a disjoint, Garnet's fists are big as fuck. She has range and the kill power to back it up. I think it's easier for us to kill though, and that's where she starts to fall off in the matchup. But I think she's able to keep up because she's still very difficult to kill. And as far as I know, I think Garnet is heavier than Wonder Woman while also not being a tank, so I hope that changes, because that doesn't make sense to me, but that's a whole different story. Yeah, definitely think it's one of her closer matchups, and going even with Garnet is interesting. It's really interesting. It's interesting, you know what I mean? I'm actually gonna hold off on Rain Dog. So if you guys thought you were next, I'm sorry. Shaggy! I think we beat Shaggy +1. What's it called? So the good thing about Shaggy, I want to say, is his combo game is pretty damn good. For Wonder Woman's weight and her size, pretty refined. However, Shaggy's disadvantage state is super duper duper. You're able to actually body him when you have him in disadvantage, whether he's above you or off the stage. Don't even need to factor in lasso, because of course, you know, if a Shaggy has Super Saiyan or he doesn't, there's a good chance he's probably going to try to sidekick to the stage, and it leaves him in that animation for a while. You can snipe that out and kill him. But if you really take initiative and go off stage, you have your spike, you have your fair, you have your side special, you have different options to try to kill Shaggy. You know what I mean? And even when he gets Super Saiyan, at least you can tank that if need be to a degree, but as long as you don't get hit by that at like higher percents, you're fine. Shaggy, in my opinion, has a harder time getting in on Wonder Woman because of her disjoints and because of just her range. Even though there is startup on her moves, that just means you need to be a little bit more, I want to say, proactive when using those moves, right? You need to start them up. You need to have them preloaded, ready to go when you know he's either going to approach you or you want to try to hit him. Sandwich is kind of LOL, because you get rewarded for tanking Sandwich. So if he throws a sandwich at you and you can armor it, you get some of your meter. So yeah, I think because of that, this matchup doesn't really matter like that much, straight up. I'm very interested to know what the Supermans think about this. I do not think either character beats each other, honestly. In a world where either character beats each other, I might give it to Superman just because of his offstage game with his grabs, but I actually feel really comfortable versus this character. I think we combo the shit out of him. When it comes to outranging, we can take advantage of the fact that if he's flying towards you, you whip that or you fair it, or you get above him and you try to spike it. You know what I mean? If he's like throwing fists at you in neutral, fair it. But you have to space yourself. Spacing is the key to this matchup. And whichever player spaces better in this matchup, in my opinion, that's that. I think Nair actually bodies Superman. But you need to get close enough for your Nair to actually connect. Straight up. So that's just my opinion. I haven't struggled against a Superman that I fought. So yeah, for what it's worth. This is doubles talking, by the way. In singles, when I fight Superman, it was I can't even remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Couldn't tell you. I don't remember getting fucked up though. That's the best part. I think we clear Giant. I'm not gonna lie. In singles, I think if you play a certain way as any character, this character just camp bolts, guys. Camp him. Get in, combo him. He pops bolts. Get out. Run away. Make him chase you. Oh, it's done. Get back in, body him. That's my opinion. It could be +1. You know, maybe there's something I don't know. This is just my opinion as it currently stands. But from the Giants that I fought, there was one time I lost to a Giant, and it's because my controller wasn't working. I actually mean it. I couldn't actually do inputs. Some of my buttons weren't working, so I had to unplug, replug, blah, blah, blah. The Giant beat me and he quit. He beat me and left. And I'm just like, all right. And then I blocked him. If it's NAKAT's Iron Giant, it's +1. I'm not even going to entertain that. I'm not going to entertain it. I won't entertain it. So anyway, yeah, I think that this matchup is not good for Giant, but I think most matchups aren't good for Giant. But in terms of Wonder Woman, I think she has every capability and advantage to actually body him, while also being a character that lives longer than a lot of others. So yeah, he has to get lucky and cheese you while you're running from him to win. The life of the Giant, baby. I think we outrange, bruh. So every time I fought a Taz, my thought process is, okay, tornado, smack it, or run away, let him whiff, hit him, or if he's gonna jump out of it, read it and hit him. But the common thing about Taz is just like, he's so small and stubby to the point where he doesn't have what Jake has in terms of range. Jake can stretch his arm and knock you the hell out. Taz cannot do that. So because of that, I feel like Taz is always overexerting himself to actually hit you. And I'm just smacking him constantly in the face. He's small, but for some reason, he's great to combo. Makes no sense. So even when it comes to up special or starting a combo with Dare, or I want to actually land a Nair chain on him, I can do that to Taz. And Taz does not have the weight to really justify how badly he gets outranged and how much damage he has to take to even get in on you to begin with. Not to mention that you live long. Taz is supposed to pretty much kill you really fast. As it stands right now, he can't do that. And that's why I think we fuck him up. He could possibly be a +2. Like, actually, no, fuck that. I think Taz gets bopped. Let me see. Do I even need to explain this? Chat, you can let me know if I need to explain this. I think this matchup is fucking awful. I think this matchup sucks. You struggle to get in. You get in, he combos the living fuck out of you. Your armor doesn't matter because he can just shatter it with dynamite or whatever 1,000 projectiles he has. He has the best spike in the game, so even though you got all this range and you got this shield, he can spike your ass with no problem. You get comboed, it's difficult. The matchup is hard. Wonder Woman's in the chat. You let me know what you think about the Tom and Jerry matchup as Wonder Woman. I think it's very difficult. Honestly, I think it's hard. I think you actually have to outplay the shit out of the Tom and Jerry. Straight up. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that matchup's super fucking hard. Oh my god. I think it's difficult. I could get better at it though. That's for certain. I can definitely improve at it. So yeah. Tom and Jerry's a pain in general for most characters. He's a really good character. I feel like he's gonna be on the chopping block next if he's not already on it. You feel me? LeBron. I think we beat LeBron. I don't think it's by much. I think that him having that active projectile all the time is really good in terms of shattering armor. Again, he's just one of those other characters that gets outranged. He's a great weight for getting comboed. Similar to Superman, running the Nair train on him is really good. Vertically comboing him, very satisfying, very consistent. I think horizontally though, just keeping him at bay with Whip. A character that, like, he can either choose to be aggressive or of course he can keep shooting balls at you, blah blah blah. You still have that horizontal pressure with Whip when he's across from you or close to you to try to either gap close or punish him for trying to just be campy. So while he does have tools and the ability to definitely combo Wonder Woman, I think overall in terms of trades, she usually will come out on top. And I think that's what carries her really hard against this character. Velma, I don't know. Like, actually, I don't know. So speaking from a double standpoint, I think Wonder Woman is... So her armor, in my opinion, is only good versus Velma, and I'm just putting her there. It's like a placeholder. Her armor is only good versus Velma in terms of, like, up-close combat, right? If Velma wants to take a photo or hit me with the light bulb and my armor eats it, you know, I can punish her. Velma's light, so she'll die early, which is great. Her recovery is kind of especially when she uses that book similar to Harley. They kind of go in like the same trajectory, so that is open season for getting spiked or lassoed. But see, that's disadvantage state. Her advantage state on Wonder Woman is nuts. Like, if she actually gets a solid hit, you are taking so much damage. As this character stands right now, you're taking a lot of damage. And so while you do have that tank ability and all that armor, my next issue is the fact that none of that matters when she just throws an onslaught of projectiles at you and can debuff the shit out of you. So in my opinion, if that wasn't a factor, I could be like, I think it's +1 us, right? As a support, like, I don't really see why a support should be really beating us, but that's just my opinion. However, I think for now, I will probably put it -1, because not only can she shatter your armor, she can box you the fuck up too. Hard. So, because of that, despite our range, I think we actually kind of struggle. Not on some -2 shit. Could have gone even, but I'll put it -1. These two guys are obviously not in the game, so, like, who knows, right? We'll figure that out when we get there. Steven. I'm a big Steven believer. I don't know if you guys know that. I am a big Steven believer. Putting him -1. Steven is a problem. He's hard as fuck. On top of building shields, not only to combo you, but to help himself survive. He's rough. He's very mobile, in my opinion, which makes him hard to catch. Not only that, just the amount of things that he can actually, like, put on the stage that kind of disrupt your way of approaching him and just approaching neutral in general. I think this character is a problem. I think as time continues, just overall, Steven is going to become more of a problem. When I fight Stevens, I do fine, but at the end of the day, I'm just taking it for what it's worth. Kit to kit, I think Steven is not an easy matchup for Wonder Woman. There's a lot of things that she excels at that he simply gets to ignore because of just the way he is designed. So, great character, man. Excellent character. Yeah. Wow. Rain Dog. I think we could beat him too, though. I actually think it's even, or we could beat him. I'm gonna just leave him there for now. What's it called? Excellent character to combo. Feels great to combo the shit out of him. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna front. When you hit a Rain Dog, you beating his ass for a while. The thing is that Rain Dog now actually has the ability to scrap, unlike he did before. So because he could scrap so well, he can actually play nooch with you. Despite your range, he is a big character, and he's a bit quick. He's quicker than you actually think. So I think once Rain Dog catches you, you're actually able to take a lot of damage. I don't think we +2 him. Like I said, it could be +1 or even. Dealing with his projectiles isn't that bad, because even if they decide to spam, of course you do have your armor still. And you can use perks to actually help out with his method of camping. Like, the severity of his camping isn't the same as someone like Velma. Like, at all. So, my opinion, I think that, honestly, this matchup is not only a fun one, but I do think that she could have the edge, or it is even. It could go either way. But that's my opinion on all of the matchups in the game for Wonder Woman currently. Do I actually think she's bottom 1? No, but I expect to see people in the comment section angry that I put her at bottom 1 as the worst character in the game. And you know what that tells me? They didn't even finish the video. That's how you get them. But guys, anyway, thank you so much for watching. As per usual, I greatly appreciate it. Help your man get to 50K on YouTube. We are almost there. And after that, we climb the summit to 100K. So be sure to subscribe. And of course, guys, we'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.